Hey guys, welcome to Unit 10, Section 6, Spheres. Now, this is the last section of new formulas, which is super nice. The sphere is kind of its own three-dimensional shape in terms of the formulas. A little bit different than a lot of the other formulas that we've worked with in the past. You're going to see some similarities, but the sphere is kind of the oddball of the group. So a sphere is defined as the set of all points in three-dimensional space that are equidistant from a fixed point, or in this case, the center. Equidistant meaning equal distance from the center in any direction, basically. So the formulas that we have, surface area is pretty simple. It's just 4 pi r squared. We recognize pi r squared because that's the area of a circle. So basically, it's like looking at 4 different circle areas because we take it times 4. The volume is pi r cubed, so that's the volume. The cubed is kind of an indication. And then we have 4/3 as the fraction that we multiply with. Again, kind of an out there fraction because we haven't used anything quite like that in this unit. But the formula is pretty straightforward, assuming you have the radius. The first question here says, calculate the surface area and the volume. So let's start with surface area. So surface area is going to equal 4 pi times 8 squared. Nothing too crazy there. Just got to type that in. And we get approximately 804.25. We'll round that to, and that's inches squared. Then the volume, using the other formula, is going to be 4/3 pi times the radius cubed. So that's going to be 8 cubed. So for this one, I can actually just go back and edit this. Change that to a 3, and then divide that 4 by 3. And so that's pretty easy to fix right there. So we end up getting 2,144.66, and this would be inches cubed because it's volume. So again, these are pretty straightforward. As long as you have the radius, you can pretty much just plug everything in right away because 4/3 pi and 4 are just constants of the equations. Now this one is where we got to solve backwards. A sphere has a surface area of 63.6 centimeters squared. Calculate the length of the diameter. Make sure you note diameter, not radius. So the surface area formula, 4 pi r squared, and then the surface area in this case is 63.6. So we set that equal to 4 pi r squared. Now to get the radius, because that's going to lead to the diameter, we can just divide both sides by 4 pi. That's going to go away here. And then if we type that in our calculator, come on. So if I do 63.6 divided by, I'm going to put this in parentheses, otherwise my calculator is going to interpret it wrong. So 63.6 divided by 4 pi is 5.06, and then that's equal to r squared. So now we want to find just the radius, so we got to take the square root of each of these. So then I'm going to hit square root, answer, enter, and I get r is approximately 2.25. But that's the radius. We need to find the diameter. So we need to take 2.25 times 2. And so diameter is 4.5, and that would just be centimeters, not squared or cubed, because it's one-dimensional. Nothing too crazy with those, though. Just again, solving, make sure you're thinking about the formula, using the right fraction,